What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? Let me tell y'all. First of all, let me just say we are in 2023. Today is the 5th day of 2023. And it is a shame that I have to come on here and I have to say this because I literally thought that we established this before already. And if this ain't applying to you, don't worry about it. But it is applying to one particular person for sure, for sure. And the only reason why I'm addressing it now and going this route is because this particular person, Mr. Kevin Green, that's your account name, you went on a few of my videos posting about where's Sisters review at, where's the review at, where's the review at, okay? And I've said time and time again, don't go on my other reviews that's up, other videos, posting here and posting there about where video at. Because what that signals to me is that, especially if you know me to be consistent, it signals to me that you're being very inconsiderate. Because at the end of the day, you won't die without a review from me at the time that I normally put it up. And if I have not come through and said that I'm not reviewing something or whatever, you should expect it whenever I put it up. Just know that I'm going to put it up. It might just be a little late, but I'm still going to be putting it up. Because I will definitely let my audience know, because y'all deserve that much since y'all support me and y'all do watch my stuff, if I'm going to post something or if I'm not going to post it at all. And the majority of y'all already know that, so y'all good. This ain't for y'all. I don't know if you knew, but it's just really common courtesy. That's a pet peeve for a lot of us YouTubers. I just want you to know that, because it feels as though you're trying to make us work on your time, and you're trying to force our hand regardless of what your intentions were. And the only reason why it bothers me is because for me, if I don't post at the normal time that I do post normally, that means that something is going on. And last night was not important. This putting this review up was not important for me last night, okay? I literally was going through some stuff with a friend who got some bad news that affected me, that affected them, okay? So I'm trying to deal with that. I'm trying to get my mental together and my emotions together for that. And then I go through my comments and I'm seeing that you're posting multiple times on different videos. Where's this review? Where's this review? Now, I could come on here and cuss you out. I could block you, but I'm not going to do that because I didn't calm down from a lot of stuff that was going on. Yesterday was just not a good day, okay? My life stuff, I do have a life. It was way more important than this actual review. Being there for the friend that I have that is going through a health situation, going through some shit that is affecting me, affecting her, and affecting the family, that was more important than this damn review, okay? So next time, just be considerate. Unless I say that I'm not posting something, because I will put that on my community wall and let y'all know I'm not posting it at all. Other than that, just wait, okay? Just wait. Shit was so fucked up last night that I took off for work today. That's why y'all getting it right now, because if I would have went to work, you still wouldn't have got it until after 9 o'clock. I'm just saying. It's 4. It's 4. Okay? So, don't do that. Please don't. I hate coming on this camera and I have to explain this and going off like this, spending the first few minutes of the review doing that. But sometimes we just got to clean up. Hopefully you get the message, sir. And anybody else who was thinking it, I will never leave y'all in a lurch or whatever. If it ain't on time, just know, unless I say that it's not going to be up, it's going to be up eventually, all right? And then, let me say something else. Also, YouTube, bitch, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know what's going on, girl. But y'all playing games, but I'm just let it go. Because usually I don't even say nothing. But I'm seeing that a lot of us are having the exact same problem, okay? And it ain't just the black ones, okay? It's basically everybody across the board is having problems with a certain situation, monetization. Now, I don't really, it ain't affecting me yet, but I'm noticing like a couple of my videos. I put my what it is video up the other day and it was fine. And then I just looked at it today and it said limited. I said, bitch, all right. But anyway, it is what it is. Ain't nothing I can do but let them review and all this stuff. I'm still not going to take it down and just let it do what it do. I just had to get that out. But we are here. We are back for Sisters Season 5, Episode 12, Backlash. Let's just get up into the video. And I'm going to tell you one thing. The reason why I'm coming on this screen is so that I can fucking feel better about shit that was going on, whatever. Because I need some shits and giggles and to make myself laugh. And I know y'all need some too. Because some of y'all bitches probably going through some shit. And y'all know I say that with love. Okay, I say that with love. Somebody gonna get, why we gotta be a bitch? Because you are. You my bitches. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And if you don't like it, tough cookie. Anyway, so we get into Sisters, right? We open up where we left off last time, and that was with Q getting his ass whooped, okay? Listen, Calvin finally stepped the fuck up. Now, see, Sabrina, now I guess I'm going to give you a pass. I'm going to give you a pass because you went through a traumatic experience by getting yoked the fuck up and then getting taken to jail, having your dignity and everything stripped from you, you know, without your consent and everything. So, you know, you got a little PTSD, you got a little trauma going on. So once you saw Calvin, because usually you used to act like Calvin wasn't man enough, Tony Braxton, for your ass, okay? You know what I'm saying? Like he just ain't doing enough, you know, he ain't this, he ain't that. And when he buck up and be the so-called man that you was looking for, and when I'm talking about man, because y'all know y'all equate sometimes, you know, that physicality to being a man, you know, he masculine and shit. Because I mean, Calvin was whooping the shit out of Quincy. He was doing enough that he could, okay? He was doing enough that he could. Truthfully be told, I feel like Calvin could have put a little bit more force up in that goddamn golf club so that the golf club can break on his ass. Now, if that would have happened, I would have really been like, damn, Calvin, you was really mad. He said I was mad just enough. Unless that club is very, very real, that bitch did not break on his ass, but he was whacking the dog shit out of him. Okay? Now, I said, now, Sabrina, you popped this off, and how dare you tell him to stop? Okay? But she was looking out for her good Judy. Okay? That's just all that it was. She was looking out for Calvin because she know how it is, bitch. I've been in jail for 2 days, and girl, listen, baby, you don't want to go there. You don't want to go there for attempted murder. Okay, you don't want to go there because Calvin would have probably beat the dog shit. Listen, he probably would have went on upside his head, and I'm just glad that he didn't do that because he would have potentially killed that man. And then they would have had to have the body. Okay, and you know, you look at Calvin, he. Y'all know the actor that played him got a son. I did not know he had kids. All right, you know, congrats. And look just like him. I said, look at the little mini me. These people be popping up on my explore page on Instagram, because you know, not even my explore page, it'd be on the main page. I don't know. Instagram needs to get that algorithm. Why am I seeing people on my page, that my timeline, that I'm not even following? It irks me. Same thing on Twitter. But anyway, so I was just sitting there like, okay. You know, Sabrina was like, stop, Calvin, stop. I said, no, keep going, keep going. And then, you know, she was like, Q, get your bitch ass out of here. Get the fuck up and get up out of here. And he was like, I got your bitch. I got your bitch. This ain't over. This ain't over. I'm trying. And then what bothered me was Calvin when he went, you know, he said, no. Give me your phone, Sabrina. Give me your phone. I said, oh, you put a little bass up in your voice, Calvin. All right. You know, Calvin was feeling himself, okay? He said, give me your phone. Now you finna admit and you finna say it all on this phone. I'm finna record you that you fucking set us up and it was you that did the bank robbery. I said, now, Calvin, that's good in theory. But he pressed record and he said, say that you did it. Say that you did it. Say what you said. I said, press stop. Okay, boo-boo? Press stop. And Q said, bitch, I ain't finna say shit. And he laughed at his ass. I said, you know what? You gotta give it to Q. Q gonna play the game all the way through, okay? Q has done this for a lifetime because the way that he has not broken character about what he did and the way that he set it up, he ain't stupid. He is a career criminal. And I said, Calvin, put that phone away. Put that phone away, baby. I get where you was going. I get where you was going, but put that phone away because you already fucked up the recording. Because the whole time I'm sitting here like, so you gonna edit the first part out where you was screaming at him, telling him, say it. And I was like, oh, they gonna say, bitch, you was forcing him to do that. And when Q family left, Sabrina and Calvin was sitting on the couch and whatever, was like, I was trying to get him to say it or whatever. She was like, it don't matter because you ain't gonna be able to use it because they gonna say that he said that under duress. And I said, exactly. I said, you know what? Good thought. I get where the process was going, but you didn't execute it well. All right. So at this point, I'm still a little bit nervous about what the fuck else Q got up his sleeve. Because Q, the way he handling this situation, Q done this before. Okay? That's just what it feels like. Q done this shit before. I feel so bad for Brina because Brina, I'm sounding like him. Calvin and Sabrina sitting down on that couch and, having a little discussion. And of course, he's just sympathetic, or I should say empathetic to what she's going through, just sad that she had to go through that. And then the fact that they have not heard from Maurice. And truth be told, was Sabrina calling Calvin? Remember when Calvin's phone kept on ringing and it was from the police station or the jail or whatever, and he kept on hanging it up? That had to be Maurice, right? It was Maurice or Sabrina, but I'm going to think it was more so Maurice. And he was just saying how he never got a phone call from him. And I was like, technically speaking, you got a couple of them. You just never answered it because you thought it was the wrong number. Understandable. But yet they're still concerned about the fact that we haven't heard anything from Maurice. Bitch, my hands. Oh, my God. Hold on. They haven't heard anything from Maurice. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, oh, Mr. Maurice, It was like, yeah, he probably sitting up in there pissed off and thinking that this his fault or whatever, And Sabrina wanted to say that, yeah, this shit his fault. But, she ain't really say that. But technically speaking, it kind of is because Sabrina told his ass, don't fuck with that nigga, okay? And if you gonna fuck with him, don't have him up in your place. I don't care if he was stationed to be there. You still could have kicked his ass out. You still could have called the cops and had that shit together. And you should have went on ahead. And see, this is where they really messed up. Go ahead and get your dick off or whatever. That's fine. Whether he was playing you or not, whether he was being gay for pay or all that shit. But at the end of the day, as soon as Q came over there to that apartment talking about something, he was paroled to his apartment. You should have called the goddamn cops and called the people and tried to get that shit cleared the fuck up. Because that ain't even how the shit work. Tyler, I'm gonna need you to get this shit together, okay? That ain't how that shit work. I ain't never been in jail, but I done seen a lot of shit, and I know people who have, and that ain't how it go. We all agree with that, right? And so, that $20,000, he was about to put it up, but he didn't because she didn't really need it because Andy got her out. So I'm sitting here like, put that towards Maurice. Speaking of Maurice, let me just jump to the end. That prosecutor dude, he needs to go. Okay? Somebody needs to flatten his tires, slice him up a little bit. I don't know what they need to do, but get him a man or get him a woman. I don't know which one he prefer because he's just a little bit too angry for me. I just don't like this white man trying to take this black woman down. And I get that race really ain't got nothing to do with it at this particular point because, it's just the law or whatever. But, at this point, that's what I see. I just see all the years of slavery and all the years of Jim Crow coming back and all the injustices that our ancestors had to go through at the hands of these palm-colored people sometimes. If that ain't concerning you, don't be offended, okay? Because I ain't talking about y'all. I'm just talking about your ancestors. Some of y'all ancestors. But, y'all know it's all jokes, but dead ass because he was doing it too much. I said, you really mad at this woman for what was it that you did in your marriage that caused her to file for divorce? You can't take no type of responsibility on your own self. So you get mad at Andy just because she did her job that she's supposed to be doing, her paid for. That's what she's supposed to do when she did her job well. And yeah, whoever was your lawyer or whoever it was that you got, they didn't do their job well enough. Be mad at your lawyer and be mad at yourself for whatever it is that you did to cause your ex-wife to want to divorce you. Okay? That's what you should be doing. But now you want to take it out on Andy Andy. You want to get pissed off at Andy, take it out on her friends or whatever, trying to set Sabrina up. He go up in there basically trying to tell Maurice that, listen, Sabrina that snitched on your ass, and that's why her ass is already out. Because he was staying 10 tones down. Sabrina ain't do shit. I didn't do shit, and I'm not finna snitch on shit. And he was like, just sign this paper, okay? And he was like, listen, I ain't saying nothing until I get a lawyer. He said, well, you ain't gonna get no lawyer. A court-appointed lawyer be given to you, and you ain't got to say nothing to me, but I can say whatever it is that I want to you. I said, Maurice, you look like you a Law and Order type of girl. I said, Maurice, you look like you a Law and Order type of girl. Okay, so let's lose our brains. All right, what Stabler and them, you know what they'll do. Okay, you know what the drill is. This is manipulation. You should be like, bitch, that ain't even gonna work on me. Okay, I see what you do. All right, you know, so I'm gonna need you to just push that away. Okay, talk about something. Just sign these papers and you will be out in less than an hour. I said, sir, Maurice, you better not be thinking about it, because that's how it went off. Meanwhile, you got this situation with Andy, okay? So Andy gets back to work after, you know, she was out there with Karen and them, you know, and she was up there talking to Robin, right? And at this point, Robin and her is on a good terms for right now. And I was just like, girl, going up in there, because I'm feeling like she about to go up in there and tell Robin what's good. You know, Gary up here trying to play you. Gary up here trying to take your seat. He trying to just knock you the fuck out, okay? He got that little man syndrome coming through trying to just box, okay? Legally, you know? And he was like, yo, so we good? And she was like, we're good. I was like, oh, okay. So what's good, Robin? And it's like, listen, you know, I don't know how long my time gonna be here or whatever, because it feel like I'm trying to be forced out. You know, the partners or whatever, they calling a call, okay? And I was like, what is a call? He said something about where all the partners or all the people come together, they put some money in a pot or whatever to get the... I don't know. All I know, he was putting $14 million in there. Now, did he already put the $14 million in there, or did he have to come up with the $14 million to get to the position where he's at now? Either fucking way, he need that money. He was like TT Alpha set it off. I need that money. That's what he was like, okay? He was like, and now that I had to give you $1 million to get your friend out, you know, so I'm down another $1 million. I said, oops, what are you trying to say? He made Andy feel good and feel bad all at the same damn time, okay? But he tried to disguise it like, no, it's good. I'll figure it out. And then he was like, what you know? Because she had this look on her face like, And she said, what you know? I mean, he said, what do you know? Because you look like you know some stuff. She's like, I don't know. Because he was like, you know, who else is trying to do it, right? And she tried to act like she didn't know. And I feel like she probably thought it was just Gary. And it was leaning towards this, but she wasn't 100% sure. But that bitch knew. She knew after she heard what Gary told her, you know. And he had said, Gary and Hayden trying to force me out. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? And they up there got the ears of the other partners or whatever. And on the one hand, Robin ain't really sweating it, because he said, listen, bitch, I got a whole bunch of other companies that I got and everything, so this ain't shit. But, you know, it's just the principle, and he understands the reason why this man is doing it over a fucking woman. A woman that he's trying to control, that's literally playing him against it. Like, I just don't want... It's so fucking messy, bitch. Let me tell you something. If you go through history... You go back to some of the great wars, okay? And I'm talking about like before Christ and after Christ, AD, BC, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? You the Trojan fucking war, Trojan horse, Helena fucking Troy, bitch. Motherfucking empires went to fucking war over women. Women and goddamn religion, bitch, okay? I was just sitting here like, are you serious? We finna do this over a fucking woman? And truth be told, Andy ain't worth all that shit, okay? Mind you, it ain't like this lady don't need to be taken care of or whatever, because she could take care of her own stuff. Andy just, girl, you causing a lot of shit, and you really just don't understand that shit, okay? And she was like, listen, girl, I did not know that this was going to pop off the way that it was going to pop off. And I tried to back the fuck away. But listen, bitch, they just keep pulling my ass back in. I said, girl, I mean, you should have just ended it the first time at the very fucking beginning. But hey, you got to deal with it. Sit in it, bitch. Truth be told, it's partly her fault, but it's more so fucking Gary's fault because he's so egotistical. He's so if I can't, Gary literally, he is literally, if I can't have you, no one else can have you. He has yet to say those words, but all of his actions and the things that he's been doing, that is literally what it's saying. And that's dangerous. That's dangerous and that's abusive, okay? And so I'm just sitting here like, Andy, Andy, you think it's cute. You think it's cute, but at the end of the day, I feel like you're gonna be the one that's gonna wind up getting hurt out of all of this. And truth be told, you probably ain't gonna be here. I want to put that out there in the universe. I don't know how Tyler gonna write the next few seasons. That's gonna still be within this next month. But at the same time, I'm just like, girl, you knew what was going on, but she probably didn't know Hayden had something to do with it too. So she was like, what? Hayden too? Yes, Hayden. That motherfucker, he got something to do with it. And I was just like, oh, man. So now we got to deal with that. And, you know, you got that situation going on. But, of course, Robin is like, I'll be good. But then Andy was like, I know this guy, right? How long, how much, you know, you really, we gotta take his ass down, okay? We gotta take them down, beat them at their own game. You know, I know this guy, he can get you the money, but it's gonna be crazy interest on it. Bitch, I don't want to get 14 million, borrow fucking $14 million and have to pay back 28 million. What's 36 million? Okay, girl, I don't... Bitch, I might as well just let them take the shit because I ain't trying to put no more debt on my ass, okay? Girl, hell, no. I said, so, Andy, you really finna sit here and set him up with a loan shark? Now, at first, I thought she was about to mention Madam, but she said no because she represented him in a divorce, right? And she was like, yeah, I can go ahead and get that 14. You know, it's going to be, you can get the money, but it's going to be crazy interest. They probably going to beat your ass a little bit, but, you know, you can get the money. And he was like, girl, what? She was like, so you gonna do it? He said, listen, bitch, I think about it. I said, Robin, say no. You smart. You was kind. You was comfortable. Please say no. Okay? We got to go about this some type of other way. And I was just so fucking surprised that Miss Angela, or I should say Miss Andrea, because I feel like that's what her real name is. Miss Andrea, she up here suggesting to do some illegal loan sharking type of shit. Okay? When you had a problem with Madam coming up in there and all that shit. I said, oh, so you got one good taste of Madam and you said, bitch, let's go ahead and go overboard. I said, all right, you know, let's get on to the dark side of things. We ain't doing it by the book no more. But anyway, speaking of them, they went to the doctor and we've been talking about this whole situation about Karen. And that's what we're gonna call her. We're gonna call her Karen. And I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. Karen actually didn't really bother me this episode, especially with the Sabrina situation. You know, that little situation, that came back to the Karen that I liked, okay? The Karen that I liked. Bitch, can we get Karen back to when she was cussing out Andy? Because when Karen was cussing out Andy, she was my girl, okay? She was like, bitch, why you up here fucking with this nigga? Okay, you see the shit that he doing? You been through this shit already. What the fuck is your problem? Like, she was the only one that was truly telling her about herself. And that's what made me like her character. And then the bitch Tyler did a 180 on her ass. And I was just like, what the fuck is going on with this? All right. And you want to know who else character he did a 180 on? And I had to read the comments so that it refreshed my memory. But yes, also Aaron. Aaron's ooh. Anyway, girl, it's dusty up in here. I gotta anyway. Karen, what's his name? Aaron's character did a 180 as well. Okay, because, you know, we get into the doctor's office. We're trying to figure out what the date is. Now, the doctor said basically the baby was conceived on the 12th around that time. Not for sure, you know, because science can be a little fickle thing, but we still need to get a Dana test, you know what I'm saying? But for her knowledge or whatever, what she feel comfortable with, she feel like the conception was around the 12th, okay? And Karen said, oh, so you mean the 12th, 9th, and 19th? So we was trying to figure out, bitch, who was you fucking on the 12th and who could it be? Truth be told, I feel like Karen is lying her ass off. She told them because at first Andy was like, So girl, you gonna tell us? She was like, girl, no, not yet. And I was like, that's cool, that's cool. Daddy was me. No, bitch, we here. Who the fuck was it? You know what? Fuck all that. Let me get my let me see what the 12th was. Okay, so you was she said it's Zach. It's Zach's. I said, really? Conveniently it's Zach's? Conveniently it's Zach's? Oh, okay. Okay. Now see, some of y'all was putting it up in the comments like, when was the fuck the nigga and them slept together, right? So before Zach and Karen had that little thing up in her office, when Aaron came up in there and called her, did Aaron and her do that thing up in her place first, or was that afterwards? Which one was it? I don't know. I just feel like, even if she telling the truth, I just feel like Karen is lying because she wants Zach to be the daddy so bad. And which is stupid if she is lying, because he can demand a DNA test, which he should, and see what the thing is. But, you know, that's what it was or whatever. So, you know, she said she's going to go to work because the doctors cleared her to go back to work, do some little light duty. And then the girls is gonna meet up at Andy's house afterwards, right? So they go to work. Pam is there, you know, Pam being Pam, and you know, checking up on Karen, okay? Truly checking up on Karen, making sure she doing okay. You know, Aaron comes over there. Pam is me. Oh, look at you, you're such a little puppy. And he was like, girl, what? She called your ass and you come running right away, because she literally just spoke his ass up and he just walked in. I said, ain't this about a bitch? He is irritating to me. Y'all, because he too perfect. He too perfect. So now they sitting back there having lunch or whatever, and she's telling him that, you know, the baby is Zach's, and you know, he was like, so regardless what you want me to do, how you want me to help you or whatever, he not leaving. Understandable, and I appreciate that too. But at the same time, it's just like, he's so comforting, he's so this, he's so that. But when we first met Aaron, why I say his name like that? When we first met Aaron, okay? When we first met him, he was so angry. And am I mistaken? Was he like some type of serviceman? I know he's a preacher, allegedly, because we haven't yet to see him preach anything. But that's what they said. But he was so angry. He had already divorced his wife, but the wife, either they was in the process of the divorce or he had already divorced her, and he was just so like, he was not this soft and gentle. He was hardened, okay? Even when he was talking to Karen in the beginning, he was just saying, I hate when people lie to me. I hate when people do this and don't do that. He was talking real forceful and up to her. And that's part of the reason why I didn't like him, because of the way he was talking so hard on her. I was like, excuse me, bitch. You trying to get to know me and want me to come over to your side to get with you. You're going to have to calm that shit down a little bit. And I get being pissed off because your wife cheated on you or whatever at the time. But I thought they was either in the process of divorce or they was already divorced or whatever. He just came out real hard. Now all of a sudden he's soft as goddamn tissue. Now any other time that would have been good for me, okay? Because I don't need all that hardness or whatever. I could be hard myself. I need you to even my ass out, you know what I'm saying? But it was just like, he is like a little puppy dog for Karen, and I just don't get it. Something about it just don't sit well with me. It's like I'm waiting for the shoe to drop. And it's so sad that we can't have, like, on a Tyler Perry show, and that's literally what it is. We cannot watch a Tyler Perry show without thinking that, oh, we got a good man, or we got a good person. That's too good to be true. Because Tyler always throws something up in there that say, bitch, you was right. Okay? I'm just waiting to see what the fuck it is about Aaron. So, you know, he asking, so what you gonna do when you tell him and all this stuff. I said, at this point in time, her telling Zach that he the daddy, that ain't got nothing to do with you. Mind your business, Aaron. So, Sabrina came through, and, you know, this scene I actually liked. I actually like Karen just being real soft with her, Karen being real concerned with her, because usually throughout this series we didn't get that many scenes with Karen and Sabrina having that type of close connection, because it always, to me, in my opinion, felt like the sisterhood, the four sisters in the group, or friends if you want to call them, it was divided. It was like Andy and Karen, Danny and Sabrina. And Karen rarely interacted with Sabrina and Danny, and mostly if they did interact, it was like them throwing shade at each other sometimes, or it was very minimal. Okay, it was like the lines was drawn, the division in the group, you know what I'm saying? And so to see this scene with Karen and Sabrina, I really enjoyed it. I really liked the softness. I really liked the sisterhood that was being put out there, you know, showing that she does care for Sabrina really, really good, or a lot, I should say. You know, was very much concerned. She, for the moment, put her shit to the side and was concerned about Sabrina and her well-being, and, you know, her mental, and just let her talk. And I love the fact that, you know, when Sabrina was talking about her hair, Pam was like, what's wrong with your hair? I like your natural hair, because she wants, you know, Karen to put her hair back, put her faux locks back in. And she said that's not the point. And before she even said it, I said exactly. The point of the matter is, regardless, because Calvin even said he likes her natural hair. Her natural hair, that wig. But what got me was, the issue is, she was forced. Yes, I have beautiful natural hair. I love that you love it or whatever. But at the end of the day, I have my hair the way that I wanted to have my hair, to present myself, to represent myself, to make me feel a certain way, make me feel this certain type of power, or whatever it was that she was feeling, whatever her reason for having those locks, for having that style, whatever is your reason to have the style in your hair. And she was forced to take it out. She had to have her hair cut against her will. She wasn't ready to take her hair out. It was like a violation. So that's what it was. And I was like, you know, Pam ain't gonna think that deep, okay? Pam is very much one, maybe 1.5 dimensional. So there's that. So, you know, she want to put that back in so she can get the feeling of being her again. Okay, so I understood that. That was deep. I got deep for y'all. Tyler got a little deep with that. I said, thank you. You understood the symbolism, because bitch, I get it. I get it. Meanwhile, so she gonna do all of that. So we get over there to not Hayden, but what's that girl name? Fatima and Zach. Okay. Zach come up there to the office talking to Fatima about the whole situation after he came back from the lawyer, whatever, and what the lawyer said. Bitch, Tyler, revamp it. Revamp it. Because, baby, I knew I wasn't the only one. When I mentioned that shit about the child support or whatever, I said, bitch, that shit don't make no fucking sense. That shit don't make no fucking sense. How one baby mama gonna get 50% of what you own, and then the other baby mama gonna get 50% of what you make as well, and leave your ass out? So how the fuck you supposed to take care of yourself? You supposed to go to work and sleep in a shoebox? Like, how the fuck that supposed to work? How you supposed to pay your bills? How you supposed to pay your bills? You supposed to sleep up in the car? Is that what's supposed to happen? Baby, it was a whole bunch of y'all that was giving a whole bunch of shit. Like, y'all was giving thesis statement. I was sitting here reading it all like, yup, that makes sense. They said, bitch, everybody was in the comments like, damn, Tyler, at least just look up the shit. Like, a quick Google search will tell you what you need. I know he'd be sick of us if he'd be actually watching these videos like, God damn, we'll be sick of us, because we gonna call you out each and every time. I mean, we get that this is a show, but, you know, you want to make it relatable, so put some realistic, relatable things in there here and there, okay? Especially on big topics like child support, you know? And so, the lady was talking about, son, just go over there, talk to Karen so that, you know, you can make it so that Karen probably won't go so hard on him and probably won't even put him on child support. And so when Zach came up in there talking to Fatima, I was like, that's your first time coming up in her office? I could have sworn he was, or they was always in the lobby. He probably really never did make it to the office. So, okay, yeah, that's probably facts. Sometimes Tyler be forgetting what he be writing, and sometimes I do too. And so, I guess this is what we're going to do each and every time. But no, he came up in there and told Fatima what he said, or what the lady said. And you know, it was like, I'm gonna go over there and talk to Karen at her shop about the whole thing. She said, no, for her, you're gonna have that bitch come over there to our house and we're gonna talk to her together. And I said, yes. And truth be told, I wouldn't even feel comfortable with Karen coming over to my house. We can go to a public place, bitch. We can go to the goddamn park, okay? And we can sit down and we can fucking talk, all right? And then he said, I'll go over there and talk to Heather. She was like, no, the fuck you won't. Bring that bitch to the house too. I said, hell the fuck now. We not finna talk to that bitch either like that. Not in the house, but you know, Fatima gonna do what Fatima gonna do. And of course, this is the time where Hayden shows up and serves Zach and being all pompous and, you know, thinking he cocky and shit or whatever. I just, Hayden just gives me, his dick is small. He gives little dick energy. And I just, So when he get through doing all of that and Zach get through with Fatima and leaves or whatever, because Andy had came up in there. Mind you, Andy knows what Fatima don't know about the baby and all that stuff. So she got to keep that to herself. After Zach leaves, you know, Fatima makes sure that she tells Andy that she got all her work done, got all her shit lined up for her. And so when Andy leaves out, Fatima gets on the phone, and I'm pretty sure she got on the phone with her cousin. Yeah, she got on the phone with Madam. Now, I'm sitting here thinking like she about to set Hayden up to get his ass out the paint. Now, on that phone call, she did say, no, I don't want nobody killed yet. Not just yet. I said, what? I said, yes, you do. You know, we shouldn't be advocating for violence like this, but that character just got the fuck to go. Okay? Hayden cannot come over to season 6. Hayden has to be eliminated out of this show, okay? Because at this point, it's just too much. It's just too much. A fucking character that I can deal with Gary more so than I can deal with Hayden ass, okay? So basically, what Fatima wanted Madam to do is to send over a girl that can hustle, you know, because basically she got to be a bad bitch, you know, she got to be gift with gab and take Hayden for everything that he got. So she sends over this girl named Tamara, right? Now when I saw her, I said, okay, she a cute girl. But when she opened up her damn mouth, I said, now she, let me tell you something. This is how you can tell a bitch is acting and they can't really act. Because she was trying to act like she was hood as fuck, okay? The vernacular, the slang, the ebonics, and all of that shit, it just wasn't coming out naturally. It was just, and then it's supposed to, I guess, have a little country twang to it or whatever. I was just about to write the bitch off and say, wow, this bitch really cannot act. But when Fatima told her to get her shit together, like, you got to talk a little bit proper or whatever, because, Hayden not gonna go for that hood shit, you know what I'm saying? Because he always look his nose down on that. So when she actually was talking to him, I said, this is the normal person, the way that she was actually talking. Or speaking, I should say. I said, so that's what it is. You were putting on an act to try to make you seem like you was a hood bitch, but you really speak like this. Because I was about to write you off and say, bitch, you really can't act. So what the fuck? Where the fuck? You want to know one of the most terrible actresses that I've ever seen? Well, one of that I've seen on this show, and it wasn't even on this show. It was on Zatima in the Tyler Perry show. When I was looking at Zatima, and when that lawyer came over there, or not the lawyer, but the lady from the SEC or whatever that was trying to, you know, trip Zach up and see if he really had something to do with that stuff or whatever, with the, you know, the money. And she was just, she terrible. The light-skinned lady with the hair, terrible. I said, bitch, if you don't get off my screen, y'all could have got somebody else, okay? But yeah, so of course the girl come in now talking to Hayden. Hayden didn't even want to see her because he said he don't do walk-ins, but she was persistent, and as soon as he saw her, you know, all of a sudden it's like, damn, you fine, you this and all this stuff, and he was all on board. I said, really? The fact that people know that it's so fucking easy to get you by throwing some pussy in your face, it's just really fucking sad. It's really fucking sad because, you know, he ain't had none in a minute. Hayden looks like he pays for it. Exactly. You know, by the hour. Okay. But also we get Q. Q comes up there to Danny all limping and shit and bruised up at the airport, and I had forgot that he worked at the airport, gonna lie to Danny and say that, you know what, the reason why I'm doing all this and I'm looking like this because I beat that nigga ass that was up in here talking to you and just staring at you the other day. And she was like, what? He was like, yeah, I beat him with a bat, or he you know, had a bat and everything and all that stuff or whatever. And she was like, so you let a nigga that had injuries and could barely walk himself whoop your ass? I said, think about it, Danny. Do not don't fall for it. And then he got a little forceful with her too. I said, can we eliminate this part? I don't like the fact that they put his Q involving in the airport and having to be part of Danny's storyline too. Why was that needed? But anyway, that was Sisters, y'all. It was a decent episode. I actually did like it. But again, I apologize for the rant in the beginning, but I just had to say that because y'all understand. Y'all understand. Normally I would have ignored it, but after the shit that I was going through yesterday and earlier today, it just was bothering the fuck out of me because they did it last night, they did it today, they did it anyway. But y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day, enjoy the rest of y'all weekend. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.